All right, y'all, so it's early morning and I'm out here on the deck. So there's the upper deck where you come out in the pool, and I'm out here on this flower bed where we planted up some red Brussels sprouts and some Catskill Brussels sprouts and a whole bunch of lettuce. None of the lettuce hasn't germinated yet, but this lettuce is doing really well. And then in the back here, I planted years ago hyacinth. And so I'm just cutting off the greens because they've already bloomed and, you know, made that beautiful smell for a while, but now they're done. So I'm trying to get them out of the way so they don't shade the lettuce. And I'm gonna cut all this down like I did this. And I'm filling up my lettuce bowl here. I'm gonna take this to the compost. All right, y'all, so I gotta get going. It's already 1:30 today and I have got my house clean. Is anybody else like that? Like, I can't focus on other tasks until I have my house in order, the laundry done, the floors clean, you know, vacuumed, all that stuff, the animals taken care of. It's like I just can't. My mind is just all like, ugh, my house. So I just do it. I just knock it out. But now it's 1:30 and I need to get outside and do some stuff. I did go outside and harvest some lettuce. And I know, like, I'm thinking to myself, I just went and got showered and I'm about to go outside and get filthy. But whatever. It is what it is. I just felt like I wanted to shower, so I showered. What else did I want to talk to y'all about? Oh, I got some stuff on Amazon I wanted to show you. So here it is. It is a flamethrower. No, I mean, kind of, sort of. But what do you call this thing? It's to kill weeds, but you hook it up to a propane tank, and then this right here you just put against the weed and burn it up. So I have some really obnoxious weeds that just won't go away, and I thought maybe I could try to, what's it called? It's called a roofing torch, but it was advertised as like for the garden. So I'm gonna give that a shot this year. See, hopefully I don't burn the house down. But, and then I also got these. So this is I think this is 6.5 by 16.5 feet. I believe I got 55% shade cloth. So I got two. This one's 6.5 by 20 feet. So I had said that out in my lettuce bed, I wanted to try to keep my lettuce and kales and Brussels sprouts and brassica type things from going to seed as quickly. So I thought when it starts to get hot, I'll just rig these to where they're like up above and blocking the sun. But that's what I got at Amazon. I'm pretty excited to see if I can extend my lettuce season, because we like salads here a lot, and lettuce is expensive. For the amount of lettuce that you get in one of those bags or those little tubs that goes bad in like 3 days, it's not worth it, especially if you can grow it yourself. And it's a super easy crop to grow. It's just the minute it hits like 85 degrees, it goes to seed. And then it tastes bitter. I just need to grow more of it around my property, and heads of it. Like, I've never tried to grow heads of it before, but first time for everything. Update on the bed. So I wasn't home when my husband was working on these, so I didn't get any footage of him actually doing what he was doing, but I'll see if I can explain what he did differently this time around. Oh my god, look at the mess of my bed. So that's what I'm down here doing right now. I'm gonna dig this. This is all what is underneath of my beautiful garden beds, just shale and crap dirt. So now I need to clean this all off of my beautiful garden soil. There's even some down here too, but it is what it is. So time to get to work. But he is reinforcing the walkways now with whatever those things are called. They're like deck things, as well as he used 2x4s as the posts this time instead of, or not 2x4s, 4x4s as the posts instead of 4x4s. So this thing is not going anywhere. And this bed will actually be bigger once, because this is like, I don't really know if you can tell how badly it is like folded in. It's pretty bad. I'd say like 30 30-degree angle, maybe more, I'm not sure, but that is even worse. Bowed in like that. So once the actual bed gets pushed back, this will be probably a foot or two wider, where I can put, again, probably 2 rows of tomatoes. I usually do a row here and a row and back on all of these. And then I usually do a row right here, which there's a lot more space. Now that this bed is fixed, there's a lot more space right here. Oh, so much to do. I better get to it. Looky, looky, everyone. Potatoes have sprouted. This one looks like all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All those sprouted. And then let's see this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5. All right, awesome. Everything sprouted. Okay, let's hope these do good. I want some potatoes. Looks as though my flowers made it. Now I just need to fill this with dirt, but I wanted to show that to try to keep the wood and the metal from rusting so much, we got that, like, what is this, landscaping fabric. It lets water through, but it'll kind of keep the dirt off of the wood. And in the hopes that this might last me another 5-10 years, hopefully 10 years instead of 5 this time, especially since I'm not using old crappy recycled wood. This wood was on its last leg when we used it. My husband really didn't want to spend any money on building this for me in case I didn't actually enjoy gardening. But I do, and 5 years later, now my beds need rebuilt. Oh, can you kind of see how bowed out it is on this side? It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. I'll show you over here. Can you see? It's like a horseshoe shape at this point. All right, so here is what I'm doing right now. I'm going and I'm skimming across the top, right? So there's where I haven't done yet. And then this is what I have done. So there's still a bunch of rocks mixed in. So I'm gonna take a shovel, which I hate doing, it's already messed up. So like, I really don't like to mess with my soil that much. Like, I'll add stuff on top of it and just let the microbes and everything mix, and the worms mix that stuff down in. But this has already gotten really mixed up. So I'm gonna take a shovel and just kind of, I guess you would say, till it to try to find all the big giant rocks. And then I'll probably add a layer of mulch across the top. And I think I'm gonna plant peppers here. I think that's my plan. It's just a bunch of sweet peppers all along here. Last year I had tomatoes, but I'm having trouble focusing. So I'm gonna set a timer for myself. Sometimes this is what I do when, like, my mind is elsewhere. And right now, my mind is on a trade. I just had one of you all start a trade with me, and you sent me pictures of your tomato seeds, and I really want to sit down and look at those, but I need to get the work done first. So if you're watching, hi. So we're gonna trade here soon. I'm gonna tell you what I want, but first work, then play. So I'm setting a timer for myself, and I'm gonna spend 1 more hour down here working on this, because it's kind of boring, and it's just like, you know, like, it's work that was already done that now has to be redone. So mentally you just don't want to do it. So I set a timer. That's what I'll do. That's how long I'll work on it, and then I'll be done for today. Well, I spent a lot longer than 1 hour working on it. I actually am pretty much finished, I think. I went up into the garage and I found, I don't even know what this is. Once I got most of the big rocks off the top and I wanted to get all the small stuff, I used this like sieve thing. I don't know where this came from, but it worked. And it's now 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm gonna go inside and eat, make a trade, and up pot some tomatoes. So Come and join me as we play with tomatoes. All right, guys, I forgot to pick up the camera last night, or pick up my phone. But I got a little bit done last night. Here's some peppers that I up-potted, and I was supposed to finish both trays, but I didn't do those. So my plan today is to finish those and another one, my micro dwarfs. So I have two micro dwarf trays that I need to up-pot. I'm going to try at least to do one. There's a lot of micro dwarfs where I only got one seed to germinate, so it shouldn't be that difficult. I should be able to do it, but right now we're headed outside. I have 2 projects I need to do out there first. Alright, so here's all the tomatoes that I did actually up pot. So they're looking really good, and I'm going to take them outside into the greenhouse. I know you guys been asking. Here's the seed haul I got to do today as well. That's from the seed swap that I went to. Where are my shoes? There they are. As you can see, this is one of the projects I'm gonna try to do today, is get the leaves mulched up. I didn't do it the following day like I told you I would. There's more. It looks like I didn't do anything, but I've got this I know it looks gross, salmon skin for my chickens. But then we're gonna get in here and I am going to clean this coop up. I haven't cleaned it up. Here you go, girls. Watch these fools. Well, that's it now. That's just some scraps. Oh, you're gonna get it. Somebody's got a big piece. Where do they find out she's got that? That's it. There's nothing else in there. Get the big piece. Now they'll just chase each other around like fools. Alright, so I'm gonna put my mask on. There's something, when you do this, you want to wear a mask because it's gonna kick up a lot of the dust. But I'm gonna clear this out because all summer long I throw them weeds, all my scraps. It just kind of needs freshened up. And look in here. Got some stuff popping up in the pots. A week later, lots of flowers. Woohoo! More flowers, more cactus dahlia since I killed the other ones. I'm gonna grow more of those. I planted up more tomatoes. I bet you thought I was done. These are gonna be the tomatoes that get planted up whenever certain ones, like after you get a little bit of a harvest, sometimes it doesn't take long for certain varieties to get a disease. And so I'm gonna have all these backups that I can just rip those yucky ones out, plant a new one. And I live in a place where I have a long enough growing season that I could probably get a small harvest from the second round. Sweet potatoes are still going. Then you take those off and put them in a cup of water and they start to grow roots. Look at all these down here. Oh, they look lovely. Some of these are pumpkins. I'm so excited. This right here, these are my ranunculus and anemones. How long do they take to germinate? Because I don't see anything yet. But all my basils are doing fantastic. Everything's germinating except for lime basil. Well, I got like one little sprout there, but hopefully I'll get more. But lime basil is slow to the party. Never did get that thing planted, but looky here. I got ripe finally once it got outside. I think it's it probably doesn't taste all that great, but that guy's doing great. Does anybody else use banana water to water their tomatoes and peppers? I think it's pretty good stuff. It looks disgusting, but it's pretty good stuff. All right, guys. Got one more bucket I need to haul down, or one more trash can load. But this is how far I got. I got all of this cleaned out. It was a lot deeper than I thought it was. I don't know if you can kind of tell how deep all the bedding was. Like a foot or so. And underneath this was a sandbox. So I didn't get to cleaning that part up. I will come back later and do that, but I'm pooped because my compost bins up here behind the greenhouse are full. So I actually had to haul each one of these trash cans down the hill. Now I'm covering my sweet potato patch with the mulch, hoping it adds some nice compost to it. But I'm done this part of cleanup today. Now it's on to the bags of leaves. Whew. I think it's time to take this hoodie off. So I got the sweet potato patch all covered with a nice layer of that compost. It'll be probably another month before I can plant my sweet potato slips, so that should really work its way into the soil. I dumped some here. I realized where I wanted to put this was the compost bins clear over there on the other side. I don't know if you can see them. You see if I can point to them? Yeah, they're like right there, way over there. After taking 3 loads, I realized I was not going to be doing that every time, so I had to adjust. And I decided to put some on top of the leaves here, and that it would help the leaves compost down. And then I thought, oh, that looks really good for my sweet potato bed. So I did that too, but I'm done with that mess for today. Now I need to mulch leaves. So I'm gonna mulch leaves and probably put them, because I can carry the leaves down the steps. These buckets were so heavy, I could not bring them down the steps. You saw me trying to drag. It took a lot of energy to drag them.